Hello. It's been a really long time since I've made any type of video at all. That's because I had to take some time to myself to study, do things the way I needed to do in order to build my relationship with the Most High. So really this video is kind of just talking about what happened in 2017, why I made no videos. I only got like 3 comments asking like where I've been, so nobody really cares or knows, but I still think it's important because I had made in 2016 a video saying that I wasn't going to be studying with anybody, I was going to study alone, and I went ahead and I went through with that, and I learned a lot. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video today. So the reason why I wanted to go ahead and get up here today is I just want to talk about what happened towards the end of 2016. I kind of faltered and I kind of waved, I should say. I got a little caught up, and I gotten a little removed from the word. I was just feeling unhappy, and I was feeling really trapped in San Diego. I was feeling like I had to get out of San Diego. It's my personal spiritual opinion, strong spiritual opinion, that San Diego breeds contempt for real. It is a very bad city, and the people who I have seen that look happy or that look happier are all people that have left the city, have moved out. So I don't know. This is something that I'm noticing now, beginning 2018, but at the end of 2016, I was just feeling really like spiritually trapped. I didn't feel good here. I didn't feel good in San Diego. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try and get out of San Diego. I got my teaching certificate, teaching English as a second language. I don't know if you knew, but if you can teach English as a second language, you can work almost in any country in the world, almost. So that's why I did it, because I'm like, look, I'm trying to get out of the US. I'm trying to see the world. I'm trying to learn more truths, basically, about the Most High, and I'm trying to see it with my own physical eyeballs, So I'm like, okay, where am I gonna go? I'm like, let me go to Thailand. I'm trying to figure out a way to get to like the old world, you know what I mean? To try and travel around there and see different monuments and things like that with my own eyes. So I'm like, okay, let me try and do Thailand for a year. I wanted to apply to Thailand, teach in Thailand for a year, because when you get your summer break or whatever, you can use that time to travel. So I was like dead set on trying to get my butt to Thailand. But unfortunately, my application, I didn't have the materials that I needed in order to get the application in on time. I was still awaiting some documents. It's like, you can't apply for something without having all the materials. Like, that's an automatic denial. So I didn't apply, and so that's what happened with Thailand. I couldn't go. I couldn't go because I wasn't ready in time. If I want to go to Thailand now, it's no problem. But what had happened was that I was still thirsting to get out of San Diego. I still had to leave. I could not be there. Like, I'm telling you, Thailand was like kind of my ticket out, and it didn't happen. So I'm like, dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Most of you know that I was in Costa Rica for a bit in 2016. I came back from Costa Rica, and I was still obviously practicing Spanish. That was my whole reason of going there in the first place, was to learn Spanish. So I come back, I'm still trying to practice everything I know. So I'm trying to watch movies in Spanish and things like that. Turn on this movie that I see, and it looks interesting. I play it, and the movie's called Código Paz, and it's a Dominican movie from the Dominican Republic, and I'm watching it, not understanding anything they're saying. Their accent is very, very different. That's not important. I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, okay, this seems like interesting. Like, Dominican Republic seems pretty. And when I was in Costa Rica, I met some Colombian people, and I met a girl also from Dominican Republic, and she was like, yeah, you have to go. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful, very natural, blah, 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 telling me what it's all like. And I'm like, okay, like I might put that on my list one day, as a place to vacation or something. So I'm watching this Dominican movie, and I'm like, okay, that seems like a cool little place. Like, they seem like they have a lot of life there or whatever. That's pretty much it. But then a week after watching that movie, I see a job, a position to teach English for 10 months in Dominican Republic, and I'm like, whoa. For me, that's a huge sign. I don't know how you guys look at the world around you, but for me, that's a huge sign. I watch a movie, a week later, I see a position to teach in the place that I was just thinking about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to DR. I'm gonna try to get DR. Apply to DR. I get accepted. Boom. I'm moving to Dominican Republic on January 2nd. You know what I mean? Like, I'm spending the whole year in DR. So, however, I get to DR. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I start acting up. There's backsliding There's transgressions that just shouldn't be. There's transgressions that are being committed knowingly and unknowingly. But the ones that are committed knowingly are the ones that I'm going to be dealt with for. You know, I will be dealt with. So anyways, that's what happened. And so I'm backsliding and I'm doing all this and I'm just feeling bad. The job that I had also was really affecting me personally. They weren't paying me for like 4 months. So I'm living in this country. I have no income. I'm by myself, no friends, nobody, no people. I just have my students and who I'm teaching English to. And so finally, you know, they pay me and things start picking up because my first 5 months living in Dominican Republic were pretty bad. And I was kind of sinking into a depression, not only because of the circumstances with my job, but because of the own sins that I was committing against myself. I was causing my unhappiness, and it's a trend that I've noticed in my life. I am the source of my unhappiness when I'm doing things that the Most High commands us not to do, only because He's trying to protect us. You know what I mean? It's really just that simple. So I'm doing these and I'm committing these transgressions. I'm doing my thing. Anyways, started reading, doing my thing. And basically what happened is over the course of the year, living in Dominican Republic, the culture is very different than the United States. It's very, very, very different. And it actually helped me grow spiritually because of that, because I was able to see. I'm like, dang, like I think I want to be out here. Like I can see the people that are like eating and the food is more natural and you know, things like that. There's just so many different things that I was able to see. People that are giving to each other, people who are helping one another. Instead, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna help you, and then when I need help, you help me, and it'll come back around. You know what I mean? Like we should be living like that in a very cohesive element. That's what I used to say. And so when it comes to this truth about being Hebrew Israelite, like, we have people in Dominican Republic. We have people out there. The culture is different. We have to talk about. I had to do a lot of studying because now we get into the curses and we get into who fits the curses and who doesn't fit the curses. And we look at the people of Dominican Republic, and I think no one's talking. Everyone wants to talk about these different countries from the outside, but no one has that inside scope, that inside perspective. So, somebody's gonna have to cover that. So my point being is that living in DRs will help me grow. And that's why I wasn't making any videos. Aside from the internet access being completely slow, aside from the internet being super duper slow, I had to be humbled last year in 2017. I really had to spend a lot of time alone and a lot of time studying because I got humbled not only by, you know, the word, but like other people in DR helping me see what my problems were, because I wasn't able to see all of my own problems. I can notice some of them and try to work on them and try to get better on them, but other people calling me out, I needed that. And not only that, it's just obviously a lot of the world is deceived into this whole JC thing, Christianity, Catholicism, all that stuff, and you know, DR is no exception. But living amongst that many people, a lot of the reasons why I had to start getting back into the word is because I'm living with all these people, and these are all dark people. These are all black people. And I'm like, dang, like, but I don't understand, like, who's Hebrew, who's not. Everybody looks similar. Everybody's mixed. Like, what? And so I had to start getting deeper into it, and I had to let a lot of stuff go that I used to think in the past. Because in my studying, and in my further research, I started learning things and I started noticing errors in my previous thinking. And I'm not going to take down any of my old videos because I think it's important for anybody who maybe has been following my videos, for them to see the change, for them to see the progression. I think it's important for them to see the progression in how I am in my walk. I have to be transparent in doing that. People have to know where I'm at. I can't pretend to be perfect, because how can I be perfect if I'm only 2 years in? It's just not possible. So I really had to be humble, and I really had to study. And in my studying, I learned that a lot, not all of the things, a lot of the things I said in my old videos were very valid, but not everything was correct. And you know, I had to rethink things, restudy things, and come at the word from a different angle. But since doing that, I was able to see the word in a way different way. I was reading before, like I said, I was reading the Bible before. But now when I read, I don't know, the words sit on me differently. I don't know how to explain it. Everything started making more sense. So, for those of you who are new to this truth or new to the Bible, I basically had to get a lot of humbling. I'm not going to be talking about subjects that I don't understand. And I'm only going to talk about subjects if I think I understand them. Obviously, I think I understand a lot of the things that I understand. But we know in studying that we can be wrong about those understandings. So if I think I know a subject, I will gladly talk about it and share with you and get correction. Gladly. If I'm wrong. And if I'm right, okay, that's amazing. But out there is what really, my whole life out there, I can't say like one thing happened. It's just a lot of things were shown to me. Yes, this is just kind of an update in where I'm at in my journey. Where I'm at in my journey is in regards to reading the Torah and really understanding the spiritual nature of this world that we live in. I don't know what my purpose is. And I'm trying to figure out what my purpose is because, you know, I've gone to DR. I didn't like Dominican Republic at first. I was almost oppressed there. And then I let go. And I remember just one day I was walking and I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm home in DR, in Dominican Republic. That's how I felt. And so I don't know, but I'm feeling like I'm supposed to be there. So yes, really, it was a growth year being in Dominican Republic, and I was so glad to have spent that year there because a lot of you, obviously, none of you know me personally, but I am like way more relaxed now. Like way more. I don't worry about the same things in the way that I used to because I'm realizing now, I wasn't realizing first coming back because I'm back in the US for a little bit. I'll be going back to DR. I will be living out there. Probably gonna try and move my life out there if it's possible, if Yah permits. And though nobody knows me personally, but I have changed just a lot and I've relaxed so much more in many different senses. Because, you know, now I'm doing what I'm trying to do what our people did. I'm trying to live the way our people used to live. That is what I'm trying to reconnect with. I'm trying to reconnect with our ancestors, reconnect with the culture, reconnect with the Most High, and live the way that He intended for us to live. That's what I'm trying to do. And so I've changed a lot and I've relaxed more, and I'm just realizing this whole idea of having time constraints and being stressed out about not being prepared for things. This is all a Western idea of living. This is all Western culture. It is not the culture that was intended for us or even that we used to live by. At least this is what I understand and believe. So I just was in a worse place than I am now. I was really happy. I'm cleansing. You know, I'm trying to purify right now. That's what I'm doing right now. And how can I be purified or cleansed without the word? You know what I mean? How can I? It's not possible. That doesn't make any sense. So, that's what the path that I'm going to be on now. Living my little life, my little humble life. You know, I went without a lot of the luxuries that we're used to in the US when I was living in the DR. You know, slow internet, sometimes not having power, the power just going out on you. You were doing something and too bad. There's no more power, do something else now. And it's not a big problem. The people aren't tripping, you're tripping because in your Western American idea, you're just like, oh my gosh, I need my lights now. I need my internet now. I need my signal now. And that's how we were brought up in this culture, but it's not our culture. It's not the way that we should have been brought up. It's not the way of thinking that we should have. And I'm trying to reconnect with the original. That's what I really want. That's what I really want to do. That's what I really want to do. So on that note, guess I'll go ahead and I'll say goodbye.